Hello, ladies and germs. It is I, Torrin Atkinson, and today I'm going to draw something for Dungeons and Dragons. This is the Like a Boss book, and it is an anthology of boss encounters. Okay, I'm going to turn down my music. It's a little loud for me. Okay, and I'm drawing a Lich, and I'm drawing a Lich casting Cloud Kill. So this is the rough, which I did. God, a couple of weeks ago now. I haven't been very, I have not been very, what do you call it? I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball on my streaming. What color is this? Let's just make it blackety black. Don't talk back. And is this chisel nib? Do I like this? Oh, let's start a new layer. This is going to be my finals layer. We'll see about that. Someone's in the chat room. Hello, visitor. Let me check my... So, it's 600 DPI. What's the actual inches here? Oh, that's quite big. We can make that smaller, but actually let's not. Should I? Okay, let's do it. If I make that, no, it's still... Because I feel like I'm crowding the edges here. So I won't adjust the size just yet. Oh, I can do that later. But I want to get my brush size to a reasonable size. Is that a reasonable size? I think it is. What size is it? 40. This is Chisel Nib 40. Chisel Nib. Okay. That's great. In fact, I'm going to name this layer Chisel Nib 40 so I can remember. So I can remember. Next time I start drawing, I can find my brush size. So what's happening here? Well, we got Mr. Lich here. Let's make that dark again so y'all can see it. And he's casting Cloud Kill. So this is kind of where I left off last time. What I'd like to do, if I can, let me get a different color, just for illustrative purposes. Let's do this nice weird magenta thing. I'd like to show the mist coming around out of, you know how the vapor will like wrap around the magical energy. Let me do this something different. Oh shit, that's okay. I was totally on the wrong layer. Let's imagine, let's make my brush super huge here. And, I don't know, like this. So that it's like, of course it'll all be like, and then, I don't know. And then the cloud comes out. So again, like here as well. So we can see the Cloud Kill coming out of his hands. But I don't want it to be too over the top. So I just drew that just to give you an idea of what I have in mind moving forward. But I'm not drawing that now. So here's the other thing. So let's make a magenta layer. I call red, and just for sketching. So this guy is based on me? No. Where's me? One of these is me. I can't find it. I have too many. Oh, here, this one here. Let me bring this up. This is an old photograph. This is a picture I took of me for the Skull and Bones role-playing game. And I was... no, not Skull and Bones. It was some Freeport. Some Green Ronin 3.5 edition D&D book. One of the Freeport books. Probably Dark Wings over Freeport. And this was an orc who was eating a big old drumstick or something. So that was my reference for that. And now I'm using it for this guy here. choking on his own innards. But that said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that guy. This guy here, that's Stefan, which is for another project I did a million years ago. And so I'm just using him as a basis. Like, so I'm imagining like this is an elf wizard being caught in mid spell. He's in the middle of casting, I don't know, magic missile or something, but the choking gas got him. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. What I'm not happy with is this guy here. So I might do something completely different. Let's just get him out of there, and let's just scribble something. Do some rough ideas here. Where's my brush? Make it a proper size. 40, I think was the size. I mean, it's not terrible, but I feel like maybe he's too close. We need more back or something. I don't know. It's a fine reference, portrait reference. But I don't know. Something like that? Let's try something different. What if he's facing this way? What if he's like, no, choking. I'm not sure about that. That's too close to this. So maybe I will just have to use that version of me, but maybe the issue is I just make it smaller. Where am I here? No, I don't want... am I on the right layer? Yeah? Make it small. There we go. And just like make it... I don't know. It's not too bad. It's just... I feel like it could be better. But there's no ladies in here. I want to get a lady, or if not a lady, obviously not a dude. So, I don't know. I could make this one a lady. Get rid of the beard, obviously. Or I could make this person a lady. Maybe this is the elf. This is the elf. Maybe this guy is an old wizard casting spells. But this guy's gonna have a beard too, but not a big full beard because I want his hand. I need his hand to be illustrating that he's choking. But enough of that nonsense. Let's actually start working on the fun stuff. Charles Smith Org, someone on hands and knees. Yeah, maybe. Just adjusting here. I want the guy to dominate. I think I like this one better. Like a little is even more higher in the frame, which in visual language means he's got more power. Now, what I was thinking about, and by the way, welcome Charles Smith Org to the Twitch stream chat. For this guy's costume, I was looking at some Aztec references, which I have here. No. Here. No. Here. Yes. And also here. And also here. And these are all super cool. I mean, the headgear is just spine-tingling and outrageous. And looks great. But number one, I don't want to be like too cultural appropriate-y. And secondly, I don't want to, like, if I put that headgear in this drawing, then it would have to take up like another 2 or 3 inches on the top. and I don't want that. So I'm going to do something hopefully impressive, but not dominating the entire composition. The other thing I like about... So let's talk about eye direction. Old Slow Tiger 90 is here. Hello, Old Slow Tiger 90. Let's talk about how your eye moves around on a drawing. So I'm trying to make this... It's supposed to be a circle. So your eye just... So you maybe, I don't know, you start here... You follow his hand down to this guy's hand. His hand leads up to his face. And then we got this guy. If I can make it a little more pronounced, that his hand is like leading back in this direction to his hand. So it's kind of like, the idea is like, you never stop looking at the picture. Your eyes become trapped inside the drawing. That's the idea anyway. But let's, what I'd like to do, I'm trying to decide where to start. I can start on figuring out the costume. Let's do that. Let's use this red layer. And let's look at some of this Aztec stuff. So what do I like about this? I like that he's got a skull on it. But this is like, this is like literally a hat on a hat. Like if I put a skull here, it's like, it's double skull guy. So I don't want to do that. Oops. So maybe I don't know what I can take from him. I like his epaulets here. I like this ringy part here. So that might be something. It's a little bit bland for an all-powerful Lich. Let's not look at that face. It's distracting. Sorry, friend. And this altogether is too big, but I like how the feathers kind of come out like this from the sides of his head. That's kind of cool. So let's sketch that in on what will be our... No, not in our final layer. Let's sketch it in here. Let me... Sure, I can use this blue. That's fine. And then, what else did he have? Let's bring this guy back and just make him smaller so he's not. So, blocking my composition. Let's get this. This is my, I'm going to make this my blue layer. Blue. And let's make that blue a little darker, shall we? I really do feel like, oops, like he's kind of got this helmet. It comes up like this. So he could have the big thing there. It kind of looks a little dorky though. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I will look at some more reference. This person here. What do I like about her outfit? I really like what's going on here around the wrist. I really like what's going on here around the arm. So that could be like a thing here. And then the feathers. I like what I've got on him right now. I don't think I'm going to change, to be quite honest. Like he's got rings, big bracelets. I don't know if I'll put anything on the bracelets, studs or jewels or something. Maybe more feathers. Random feathers. But I really like those. I'm drawing on the wrong layer, but that's fine. Actually, I'm not keeping any of this stuff, so it doesn't matter. Tassels? Tassels are always nice. I do want to show his really, like, concave rib cage here. So I don't want to cover that up with armor, but I think he definitely needs to have, like right now he's got his shoulder pads, epaulets, dealios. And then I like the three suns. That's kind of cool. Originally, I thought of him like having a bracelet, as you can see, what I've already drawn, or not bracelet, as like some kind of a necklace, some necklace of power or something. But you know, that could be. I don't know. We'll figure out what the motif is as we go, I guess. And I also like. She's got these big, long braids, which are awesome. Because that adds, like if I put those in, I can add a lot of dynamic motion, action, and that's cool. But there's also going to be feathers up here, so that might conflict, but we're going to keep that in mind. It just occurred to me that I don't think I've ever seen a lady lich, at least judging from clothing. Yes, that's something I thought about as well. I don't know if, like, even if I feel like there's I've drawn enough, like when I draw a female warrior, if it's not like very, very obviously female, like I've used my girlfriend as references in old drawings, and I posted them on Facebook recently, and like, oh, that guy looks cool because she was just dressed up in like, you know, standard unisex armor or whatever. So if I tried to make this lich look like a woman, because the lich wouldn't have big boobs and mascara and everything, nobody would ever guess that it was a he or a she. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Basically, the answer is I'm not going to worry about that. I also like on this particular drawing what's happening here, these side wings. So I'm just going to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all this pink. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put it on another layer. I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to make this nice and light. And I'm just going to, we're just going to pretend that this is the final layer, my chisel nib layer. And I'm just going to start drawing. Let me get my, maybe what I'll do is I'll just cut out her head, if I can get the right tool. Come on. Come on, tooly tool. Just cut out the head. I mean, I know I said I didn't want to be too cultural appropriation, but I really am just like gonna straight up copy this just to see how it looks. Give me a break. Come on, people. It's even like almost exactly the right angle too, so that's helpful. But I put that on the wrong layer. X, V, nope. X, new layer, V, back to the chisel nib. I'll make the chisel nib purple. Let's get on with it. So we've got this. Oh, 70 is too big. We want 40. So this, and we can cheat it around, see how it goes. It would be cool if it goes like right down to the, like the more pronounced this tip is, the more evil he looks, which is what we want. We want him to look evil. And this, right? Right? Am I right or am I right? And then this. And it's a heart. It's a beautiful, happy heart. No, what is it? I don't know. It does look like a heart, doesn't it? Let's just make it like an almond shape. And then this. I don't know. We'll figure out where that goes. I need to draw my center line before I get too carried away here. Which I can erase that later. Yeah, a dress could be a wizard, robes, so hard to define. She could wear a lich stick. Oh, I get it. Not lipstick, lich stick. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Charles Smith-Org. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Feel like my diamond shape is not diamondy and is offset too much. That's better. Maybe there's a big old gem here. I don't know. And that's what I don't like is this. If I can go back, this is pointing. It's kind of like interfering with what's happening here. So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. Maybe I'll do it. Oh, that's the wrong color. That's the wrong color. Maybe I'll just do that. How do you like them apples? And then I do want his ears to be visible. This is just roughed in here. And then can I go direct to Let me try. I'm just drawing out loud, so to speak. Like, what if it makes it, those look like big eyes too. It reminds me of like butterflies and moths with the almond, like a gray even. But I just want to get this. Yeah, how do I do that? I guess that goes there. Right? Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? And then make it look kind of I'd like it to be bones. But it's like, is that also a hat on a hat? Like, should a lich be wearing things made out of bones? Or is that too... Like, should these be fingers? Like knuckles? Is that too... gauche? No, I think that could work. Let's just draw it that way. Let's just draw it that way. But let's do a better job. I feel like maybe I should go to my... like this. Even lighter. And then this will be just my rough that in. Do, 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 do. And on the other side, yes. Yes. Something like that. Something like that, right? Now let's make them look like actual bones. If we can. And what's holding the bones onto this headgear? Nobody knows. We're not going to worry about it. It's a world of magic, after all. Maybe I just suggest that there's some kind of leather threads or something. I don't know. This is going to be the light source, by the way. If I can show you the whole picture here. The light source is basically going to be in between these two most foreground characters. As if the magic, as if the light, the gaseous cloud is creating the light. It may not make sense, but it should be dramatic looking. How many knuckles? It's got to have like 2 knuckles, right? knuckle, 2 knuckles. Whoa, what happened there? The goal is to be loose, but not tear it too messy. I want to be loose, but still being able to tell what the hell I'm drawing. Loose, have some energy to it. I think that might work. And then this is like the thumb. Not really. Does that look like something? I think that looks like something. Like, I don't know how big this is going to be on the page. Like, I feel like I was too close up when I was drawing that. And that all that detail is going to get lost. So, it's just something I have to be cognizant of in the future. But let's draw this here. Like, it's got a strap on the bottom. Do I want to draw that? Where does it go? Is that just flare? Or is that to serve a purpose? I think it's just flare. I watched... I like the fingers, but the top circles on the mask look almost like eyes, which may be intentional. I'm probably going to change it. Probably. Because I agree with you. And, yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Unless I like, are these bone as well? Some kind of bony structures? Kind of feels like... See, that's kind of the reason why I had these, let me show you, these Barlow references. Because I wanted him to look kind of alien. I love how... This is from his Inferno book. Here's another one. And it's just like kooky, doesn't make sense kind of anatomy. So that's kind of what I wanted his outfit to be. So we'll see if I can capture that spirit or not. Here's another one. It's just like this stuff going on down here is weird and great. Like there's just these spikes. I don't know if you can see. Oh, my alarm's going off on my phone in the other room, but it's done now. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's get my... I'll do something else up here. Let's erase all that so it doesn't distract us. Like, should it be, like, almost look like it's organic? Oh, wrong color again. Let me finish these fingers, and then we'll move on to something else. I'm going to be a little less detail-y on these ones. Let's see if that makes a difference. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like these guys have too much. Too much going on. Let's simplify just a little bit, at least for some of them. Because they might not register. Should have turned my phone off before I started. I'll never learn, you know? Okay, so here's some fun references that I grabbed from. But that's not going to work. Let's delete that. I had another skull, didn't I? Let me see if I can find my skull reference. My layers? Nope. That's not it. Maybe I didn't put it in. Maybe it's still in my folder. Alright, stand by. Let me take a look. Here we go. Look at that big old skull. Just so I get the anatomy right. But of course, he's not a skeleton. He's more like a zombie. Like, should he have... Like, here's a couple things I was thinking. Maybe he doesn't have a lower jaw. But then I also thought, well, if he doesn't have a lower jaw, can he say things? Can he speak? Like, this is all obviously going to be mummified flesh. But he could have whiskers? I don't know. He could have, like, I don't know. Like, does that make him look goofy? A little bit. It does a little bit, doesn't it? Let me save my work. Save. And, let's draw some shit. Let's draw some shit, people. Right. Okay, I think I might have had his ears too close in now that looking at this skull. Really, he's just going to have the dots, the creepy dots. I could give him eyebrows, I guess. Let's try. Let's see what that does. It's not really registering. It's not really reading. Something like that. And since the light source is coming from here, that means there'll be a bit of shadow around the bags of his eyes. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah. And then he's gonna have, I gotta draw, his mouth's gonna be open, he's gonna have the, I might have to make his jaw go lower. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so this is the bottom of his nose. I feel like I need a reference for that, kind of. But if you just scribble a bunch of lines, maybe something, maybe it'll look like something. Lips. Dried, desiccated lips. And then gums and crunchy teeth. Crunchy. And then these will be his bottom teeth. Right? Would you be able to see that, though? I don't know. And the other lip. Let's get some. Yeah, something like that. I think that'll work. I like this brush. This brush is working for me, I think. Like, does he have a piercing here or something? Does he have, like, I don't know. This kind of looks kind of cool, actually. Like, maybe, I don't know what it is. Let's just draw it. And then, I don't know, there's two more here. What does it mean? Is it magic? Is it bolted on his bone? Bolted to his bone? His very bone? Nobody knows. How does that look? Scary? I feel like his eyes are kind of in the wrong place. But the good news is I can fix that. Let's just make this all black. And let's do the trick we like to do. Flop that. That's going to take some processing power because I got so many layers and it's such high resolution. So he's looking down at this guy. Something like that. Is that better or worse? I'm not 100% sure. You know what I think is happening? I think I need more space over here. Okay, let's flop it back. Flop it! Can always come back to that. That's an easy fix. The eye line, as we say in the business. Do 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 do. Okay. All right, sure. What are we gonna do next? My feet are getting a little bit tired, so I might have to take a break soon. But come back to the rest of the head, I think. And maybe we will. Where's my layer? There's my layer. I guess we can get rid of that skull. Where's the skull layer? There it is. Probably don't need that anymore. I don't think so. Well, give me 1 second. 1 second. We know that this is going to be... Oh, I know what we want to do. We want to do the ears. Let's do the ears. This comes down here. That comes out there. And, yeah. Oh, that's his... Oops. I drew over top of his fabulous... fabulous eyebrows. So we don't want to do that. Okay. So that's all going to be black, I think. Let's do his ears. I have a reference somewhere. Okay, let's get rid of the skull. I definitely don't. You're out. You're gone. Where's my ears? Did I put it? No, that's the Aztec. That's the other Aztec. That's my pink ruffs. Is this it? There it is. Yeah. I found this old man. This picture of an old man who has... I mean, look at those ears. That's amazing. So I'm thinking of like a little bit of Mum-Ra vibes. Yes, that's good. Mum-Ra, the ever-living. Love that guy. Let's, before I start drawing, how big do we want them? Do we want them as big as this guy's? Because they are ridiculously big. Maybe a little bit smaller. And we definitely want to put something in there in terms of earrings, some kind of earrings that look cool and deadly dangerous. So let's get the lobe right down here. Shriveled old mummy ear. Something like that. And, yeah, well, I mean, what do we put in there? I love this song. Let's turn it up. For me, not for you. I don't know. Does it change the volume for you when I turn it up on my... There it is. And then this is rough, but I don't know, something. I'm just again drawing out loud, as I like to say. Remembering that the light source is coming from in front of the face. But we can get some of those wrinkles in there. And then we would also see some over here. I think. I do, I really do. I do. I care. Again, I don't know what I'm drawing. I do know. But the important thing is we're having fun, right, guys? That's fine. Those are ears. They look like ears. Nobody's going to say, what are those things on the side of his head? I mean, I hope they don't. I sincerely hope they do not. Right? Alright, old man, with your ears. Do I need your neck for any reason? I might need your neck. It's a pretty great neck. Get some of those tendons in there. I might erase this later, but... though the shadows should be on the other side. The opposite. And then I don't know what his chest is going to be yet. delineation there. That can really all just be probably best if that's just all black. Get some nice darks in there. What if we do... That could work. And then I definitely want to have some feathers, but I just don't want to go over the top. Oh, I was drawing on the wrong layer. That's fine. Okay. Goodbye, guy. So long. Let me check to make sure there's no other weird... Okay, yeah. Let's merge those two layers. There we go. We did a head. That's not nothing. Oh, pardon me. But let's see if I can't nail down a little bit more of the actual armor. Where's my pink layer? What do I want to do? What do I want to use? Is there anything on that guy I want to use? Maybe not. That's like a lot. A lot. But maybe something on his head. Maybe it's something on his headgear. Like, I like the way... Need my pink again. I like what's happening here. Oh, no. Why is it not? Oh, it's because that's the pink layer. Where's it? What layer? This one here. I like what's going on around here. Let me zoom in. Like this. Oh my god, what have I done? I've gone too far. Like these things are kind of cool. So maybe I'll use them. And again, the skull on the skull. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna there. So let's... I don't know. Like, in this case, it would be, I guess... Here, let me do the thing that I did before, which is just grab the part I'm actually thinking about and want to reference. And, no, I want to do the whole... I want to do the whole thing, not just that guy. So that would look like maybe, thinking out loud here, like maybe that's that. Something like that, maybe more angular. Angular. I don't know. It's starting to look a little wonky. And you can see how off the other side is. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just leave that. Undo, 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 undo. Keep undoing. We're almost done undoing. One more. There we go. So maybe that's just this then. Maybe that's like this business going on here. This is obviously rough. Clean that up later. I don't know. Angular is cool. Just again, thinking out loud, drawing out loud. Is it too Aztec-y? That's the question. Are people going to look at this and say, you're not original, dude? And then if they do say that, do I care? That's the other. Okay. Let's do some arms. Let's do this arms. I took photos of my good friend Sophia. Where is she? There she is. At work. She's a wonderful artist and also a great model because she has the skinny arms. So that's helpful. And the hands as well. But let's do the arms. I feel like a lot of it's going to be... Let me actually cut this and put it on its own layer. And then the rest of Sophia can go somewhere else. I had said that I wanted to put something, and again, maybe it's not feathers, maybe it's bones. Like maybe this is chicken bones, something, I don't know. I don't know. What was I saying? I watched the movie Beau is Afraid. And I liked it a lot. But it is definitely not for everyone. If you are at all familiar with that. Let me get Sophia's arm here. I mean, I feel like I know what I'm doing with this arm, but it's nice to have this reference. Just for safety, if you will. And the deltoid, which again, pretty like 99% sure it's going to be covered up with some cool looking epaulette or pauldron or something. And the lighting on this photo reference is completely wrong as well. But let's not worry about that. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Diddly diddly doo. Oh, Fregretto lines. Yes, we love those. Diddly diddly doo. That's basically the arm, right? Am I right? Maybe it needs a little more shadow on the back end. And the hand, I also got Sophia. Sophia's hand is around here somewhere. Isn't it? Where's the hand? There, is that it? Yes. That's actually, wait, that's not the hand I want. Is this the hand? This is the hand. Is that the hand I want? Maybe it's a combination. Let's get them up above my drawing layer. Let's shrink them down a bit. Diddle diddle wow. Ba wow. This does have the right lighting on these hands, which is good. But the hands contain potassium benzoate. That's bad. Oh, should he or she have rings on as well? Like, I feel like his fingernails, I just want to make them like crazy long. And like all cracked and everything. What great hands. Whoa, stop doing that. Stop it! Wah, 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 wah. It's kind of a bit of an optical illusion happening here. Hands, as you all well know, are difficult to draw. Maybe only some of the fingers have long fingernails on them? Dun, 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 dun. So the wrist would actually come like that would be the wrist. Right around here. And this would actually be all in darkness, actually. But let's get some of those bracelets. Coke nails? Yes, coke nails, exactly. Charles Smith org. This is the part of the episode of Spider-Man where Peter Parker is asking the nice girl if she still wants him to tutor her, which she had asked earlier in the episode. But then some... I think this was the episode, the Scarlet Sorcerer. Kotep. Not Kotex, the Scarlet Sorcerer, but Kotep, the Scarlet Sorcerer. I could be wrong. No, iTunes, I don't want to sign in. Go away. Go away! Let's have some things hanging from the... I don't know what they are. Tassels hanging from the bracelets. I feel like I spaced these bracelets out in a way that is not appealing to me. Four? Is four enough? And then the light would have... I don't know if it actually would or not, but let's say it does. And then one over here. Those are the hands. I don't need them anymore, I don't think. I don't think. Sometimes I don't think. It's a problem sometimes. Anyway, how's everyone doing? It's Sunday evening. I had pierogies and cabbage rolls for dinner at a little place called Kozak. Which is a Ukrainian place, as you might imagine. Here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Sure, that looks kind of coolish, I guess. I'm a lich. I'm just a lich. Yes, lich, please. That's what I like to say. Okay. Progress is being made. In parts. Should I go for it and just do the chest? Where's my Aztec? There's that thing. That thing's kind of cool. Let's save our work. And let's draw it. Let's see what happens. So if it comes down here... Oh, I don't need that arrow there anymore. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer. Let's get rid of that. B. It's really like... Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. Does that also make him look too... Kind of looks like a bib, doesn't it? What if I do this, though? Concentric circles. It's kind of cool. And that will either accentuate or confuse when I draw the ribs. But I also like what's going on here. Just sketching, just being a little sketchy here. I don't know. It might work. It might, Robert. It might. Would I throw a lighted match in this stove if Rocky, my good friend Rocky, was in there? All right, Rocky. You've convinced me. I'll look for Rocky in the city. This could work. But I also feel like what I had before was pretty cool with the necklace kind of swaying. So maybe I'll add something later. But for now, this will do. This will do, Smithers. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, 1 hour. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta wrap it up. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. But just to get a sense of what's gonna happen next time, I want to make this guy down. Let me get rid of my Aztec reference here. Yeah, let me save my work. This guy down here. Let's take a little closer look at him. I think we'll be focusing, possibly next time we'll be focusing on him a little more. Let's bring up the opacity so you can actually see what I'm talking about. This is my good friend Stewie, Chris Stewart. This was a reference I used for an old book. No, it was actually a miniatures game. A miniatures game with zombies. So that's kind of appropriate. So that's the reference. I'm using it again. Why are you giving me that error? Okay. God damn it. There we go. So he's kind of like, yeah, I've just got him bending back, but I wanted to make this guy a dwarf. So I asked my good friend Joseph, who I played Dungeons and Dragons with on Thursday, if he would pose for me. So he gave me some nice, really nice. Yeah, I think this is the one I'm going to use. Let's make this dwarf Asian. And he already has a kind of a beard. Obviously, I'll have to. I'm gonna have to dwarf this guy up. He's gonna be a little more stocky. I gotta do my armor research. But yeah. Without further ado, I'll end. This concludes our programming evening. For the moment, for the nonce. And let's just zoom in here, get a nice shot of what we've done today. It doesn't seem like a lot for an hour, but I've also been bullshitting around with other things. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you, Charles Smith. Thank you, Old Slow Tiger. Thank you, whoever else, viewer number 3 who didn't say anything. I appreciate you. No pressure to engage in the chat. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. And find me on Patreon. Patreon.com. Torn Atkinson, something. Okay. Goodbye.